I have been reverse trapped. Well, that's a first. I mean, I think this is the first time I've ever been reverse trapped. But anyways, so Musuki is actually a girl. It is confirmed a girl, but Musuki had a sex change. I'm actually going to compliment Ishida on this. The reason why is because this theme and aspect is barely ever used in manga. And personally, that's a shocking thing that Ishida decided to use in this manga. And actually, it gives me a lot more respect for him as a mangaka. So, this chapter of Tokyo Ghoul, short. Very, very short. It felt so short to me, I want to be honest. It was 17 pages, and it went by way too fast. I was reading it, I was getting entertained, and it felt way too short. Like, it felt like I read it way too fast. I'm not saying the chapter's bad. I'm not saying there was not enough content. I'm just saying it was just an incredibly short chapter compared to the other chapters we've gotten thus far from Tokyo Ghoul. But this chapter does have a lot of content. Actually, a lot of stuff does go down in this chapter. Now, it seems like Ishida loves trolling me, or trolling his fan base. It's obvious he does. But in this chapter, this was a straight out jab and a trollolol that Ishida did to all of us. That had the Shu theory, that all of us that fought Torso with Shu just got trolled. It wasn't just because of the reveal of Torso's real name, it was because of a certain specific scene in this chapter, like a certain panel that was a reference to Shu. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm about to let you know. The scene to where you see Musuki cut Torso, and you see like his eye get cut through his nose and stuff, that was the exact same cut, like the exact same way it was drawn on Shu when he got his eye slit through. I remember in my censored version of the anime, when I was doing like the censored, comparing the censored Tokyo Ghoul anime and the uncensored, I remember seeing that picture of Shu having his eye completely cut across. Well, in this, you will see it to where Torso gets his eye completely cut across, and that's just a straight-out reference to Shu, and we find out that this dude isn't the same person, like, it is not Shu. And so that troll, that freaking troll from Ishida, to do something like that, to go that far to troll us, he reveals it's a different person, but he goes to another level of troll. He actually does a reference to Shu with the freaking cut on his face. I'm like, that's fucked up, man. That's fucked up, man. You don't troll me. No. Now you're making me question, is the Nishiki theory correct? Is the Sasaki theory correct? I mean, now I feel like my overall aspect on some of these theories might be just completely yanked up now because of this. The troll was strong. Oh my god. Ishida did a damn good job of trolling us in this chapter, in this already 5 chapters in Tokyo Ghoul Ray. He did a damn good job of trolling us all. Now, one thing I want to get into. Okay, so there's a big theory starting to build up right now. And honestly, it seems plausible from the information that's been given. People are saying that Serpent is Nishiki. People are saying that. And honestly, I can kind of agree to certain extents. I saw a couple of pictures on the Chibi Facebook community that a couple of Chibis posted, and I want to actually put them on the screen here for you can see them. Look at the similarities between Serpent and Nishiki's Kagune. Look at the similarities. Look at the similarities of the mask from the anime and the manga. Look at those similarities. That is absolutely ridiculous similarities between Serpent's mask and Serpent's Kagune to Nishiki. As we know, I think Nishiki was like a rank D or C rank ghoul back in the past, and 3 years have technically passed, so it's possible he could have trained, and if that really is Nishiki, damn, this dude has been freaking getting pumped. Like, I mean, seriously, to get to an S rank ghoul, you've had to been causing some fucking havoc. Like, seriously. So, if that really is Nishiki, and this theory, the pictures I showed you proved to be true, then, wow, Nishiki is going to be amazing. Oh, holy damn. Now, the ending conclusion of this chapter is a pretty terrible cliffhanger. Let's just be honest. It's probably worse than the last chapter we got. Chapter 4, it is way worse than that, in my opinion, because you see it to where Torso, he's escaping. He's walking out and all that out of the vehicle. He's trying to escape. He puts his freaking shirt on his head as a mask because he has no mask, and he's trying to run away. All of a sudden, you see the police, surrounding him. You see Ure and you see Shirazu just trapping when they're about to take him down. And then you have, all of a sudden, you see police cars and police guys, officers and all that, just flying into the fucking sky. And you see these vehicles flipping up and upside down, and I'm like, dude. You see these police cars flying up and all that. And you see Serpent coming, he's like, the capture is off. And then the chapter ends. I'm like, you fucking end it there. Why would you end it there? And that right there, like that mask, like I said, that mask is so much similarities to Nishiki. And another thing too, like I said, if that is Nishiki, oh my god. Dude, he flipped fucking police cars like it's nothing. He was just walking and flip police cars. He's like, I don't give a shit. Also, another thing I want to mention, someone else actually talked about more about the Nishiki theory. I remember seeing this. Someone said, Chibi said that maybe the reason why Serpent is hunting down Torso is because of the similarities. For instance, like, if Nishiki is, you know, Serpent, okay? Let's just go on to the factor of say that Nishiki is Serpent. The reason why Serpent or Nishiki would want to hunt down Torso is because Torso is aiming at people, mainly females, with scars. And who technically has a scar close to Nishiki? His lover. His lover has a scar on her shoulder. So, the references there are very, very similar. That would be one of the reasons why Serpent would want to kill Torso, if it is Nishiki. Because Nishiki would have to worry about his girlfriend, pretty much. His lover being attacked by Torso, pretty much. Because of scars. So right there, it just shows you that there's a lot of similarities and hints that Nishiki is, you know, Serpent. But we've been trolled with Torso this entire time, so I don't know if I really want to believe it. I want to be honest. I don't know if I want to believe it, but the evidence is there. It is definitely there. You can definitely see the evidence that everybody has come up with, and it seems possible. But, I mean, we had a lot of evidence that, you know, Torso was Shu, too. So, I mean, we'll have to see where that overall development goes. Now, moving past that entire point with Serpent and Torso, we find out about Shirazu's Kagune. Shirazu's Kagune is a monstrosity. I want to say it right now, dude. That Kagune looked disgusting. Like, I mean, I know it was smoke. Technically, it looked like smoke, or it could have been the Kagune. I don't know. I don't know exactly what it was, but you saw these, like, missiles come out of this fucking Kagune that Shirazu was shooting. I think it was an Ukaku. I think that's exactly what the Kagune was. But you see these freaking, like, missiles coming out of Shirazu's Kagune. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Like, it looked like fucking missiles, dude. He was shooting freaking missiles out of his back. I'm like, what? Just like, what? It looked really, really weird seeing his Kagune. I'm like, that's kind of, disturbing. I mean, I would be lying if I said it wasn't. That looked really freaking disturbing. His Kagune is just like... I don't know if Ashida tried to draw Shirazu's Kagune like that. From the first perspective, first looking, if I wasn't thinking of that, like, thing behind the missile as smoke, it looked like it was some form of flesh. It looked like flesh coming out of it. I mean, at first glance, I thought it was fucking flesh coming out of his back. And I'm like, Kagune looked like fucking flesh, ew. And then I realized it was missiles. He was shooting missiles, and I was like, oh, okay. But seriously, though, that's kind of disturbing. That was a little bit disturbing, finding out about that, you know, Kagune from Shirazu. Musuki cannot use her or his Kagune. Since technically Musuki wants to be called a him, I guess I should respect his wishes, since he said that in the beginning of this chapter. So, Musuki, he can't use his Kagune to the full extent. Like, he really doesn't have any good experience using his Kagune, so he's not that good with it. So, we find out more about that. Musuki wants to probably become stronger to where she could be help to the overall group. Another thing, too, is it looks like Ure. Ure, I'm not liking his personality. A lot of us can probably agree to that. Ure is just building up to be a dick. Like, he's all for his own personal gain, his own promotion, his own glory. He doesn't know teamwork. That's pretty much. He's all upset in this chapter that Sasaki called in reinforcements to stop Torso from escaping, and that caused it to where Ure and Shirazu couldn't really have all the credit towards themselves, and that pissed off Ure in this chapter. I'm not liking Ure's personality. He's very stuck up and selfish. I mean, dude, I'm starting to say it right now. He's going to regret it if he keeps pissing off Sasaki. If Sasaki is Kaneki, if it is, and Kaneki reawakens with his white-haired mode, 103 bones. 103 bones against Ure. That's exactly what's going to happen if he continues to piss off Sasaki. Because he's going out of his way, and he's actually kind of jeopardizing people's lives. technically Shirazu in his own life and other people's lives. I mean, you had innocent cops technically killed in this. I mean, what if, you know, Torso would have gotten away? It would have been failed, like a failed chase. And Ure would have actually been the cause of a couple of deaths. I mean, he still is technically the cause of it, but I mean, the point of the matter is Ure is very selfish. And that's definitely going to lead into a lot of problems in the future, the way it's building up, the way Ishida is trying to write his character. Also, his Kagune. I don't know if I'm exactly correct or not, but from his Kagune, it seemed like he had like a Kokaku. That's exactly what type of Kagune Ure was using in this chapter. It looked like some form of sword, something like, you know, on his shoulder blade. It looked really badass looking. I'm just gonna say right now, I like the design of his Kagune, if that exactly was. Oh yes, and Musuki has 2 daggers that are Renkakus. He's actually using 2 daggers that are Quinkei. I'm like, dude, that's actually pretty skilled to be able to use, you know, 2 Quinkei. So, Musuki clearly has a little bit of skill to be able to use 2 Quinkeis. But overall, the chapter is very simple, a lot of setup, and it was really cool. I want to mention the artwork before I continue on in this review. The artwork of that police chase scene with Torso running in the taxi, and when you see Ure and Shirazu on the motorcycle, that background art, hot damn. Dude, that is some good artwork. Holy crap. Shida, damn. I want to tell you right now, that looks really freaking amazing, what Ishida did in those backgrounds of this chapter. So I want to end this chapter review of Tokyo Ghoul Re here. Tell me your thoughts in the comments below. Do you believe the Nishiki theory? What do you feel about, you know, us being trolled about Torso being Shu? Let me know in the comments below. You all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.